Welcome to Pokemon Masters Council. We're coming at you for the last home update in the month of June. Here we go, baby. HisuianZOROARK. Zero, I know you love Zoroark a lot. He's pretty close. He didn't quite make your top 10, but boy's pretty damn close. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really winning this week with the Cinderace guide and the Zoroark guide.
Yeah, this last week is built for you.
I love this Pokemon. You guys already know on the channel, I love Zoroark. I also really love HisuianZOROARK. They gave him the best typing potentially that this game has ever seen. Really fun stats, really fun move pool. I love that he's all wispy. This is a ghost design that's very believable because of all of the wispy, shadowy things just kind of flowing off him. I really love this design.
We hope you do too. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Do you like Zoroark or HisuianZOROARK better? I think I'm going to have to go with Hisuian personally. We really want to hear from you. Smash that thumbs up while you're at it. While you're leaving the comment, you might as well just click one extra button. We're on that way to 1,000 subscribers. We really appreciate all the help that we've been getting so far. All of you have been hitting us up, joining our live streams. Those are super fun. We're going to be doing so much streaming for Regulation D. Those are probably going to be happening on Saturday, so definitely come join us. We're going to be looking to do a tournament with you guys. So if you think that you want to battle us in what do we think about doing, a gym leader challenge?
Yeah,
then definitely come check it out.
Yeah,
we're going to be doing so many different tournaments on the channel in Regulation D and beyond. You don't want to miss it. Hit that bell to stay notified so you stay up to date with all of our uploads on the channel. Zero, we're over here on Pokemon DB as usual, buddy. We got the HisuianZOROARK pulled up. Both of them are right here. You know, we got the tab showing everybody as per usual. You just click that tab to slice right over from the OG to the Hisuian. So, take us through it, buddy. Normal Ghost. This is the first time we have ever seen this. This is the debut of normal ghost typing in Pokemon. 1,000 pokes in.
So this is a type that I feel like we've been kind of like clamoring for all our lives. Like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool if they made a normal ghost? And they nailed it with this Pokemon.
I love his design. His aesthetic is
a better Pokemon, right?
Oh, yeah. I love his shiny, too, where it's like white and purple.
Yeah,
so cool.
I gotta say, I do think that I like regular Zoroark a little better design-wise, but you know, I'm really down with both of them. To be perfectly honest,
he is immune to normal, fighting, and ghost. That is so important in both singles and VGC. That means fake outs, that means shadow balls, that means close combats. Oh my goodness, he becomes such a great pivot, and in sort of a unique way, well, not so unique anymore. Unique to him, and then original Zoroark. We got illusions.
So illusion, a one-of-a-kind ability. This Pokemon doesn't have any other abilities, and it never should. This Pokemon will take on the form of the Pokemon who is last in your party. So it's important to team select. So if you want to lead Zoroark, you lead Zoroark, you select your other 4 members, and if you're in a 6v6, that last member of your team is who Zoroark will appear to be. So that will fluctuate throughout the game, so you kind of got to manage that. In my opinion, it is not best to plan on the illusion working. I will still try to put him behind something, but I will never bank on my opponent not knowing that this is Zoroark, right?
Because you see it in Team Select. I know you have the Zoroark on the squad, therefore I know that there's a chance, okay, this seems like a really good matchup for this to be the Zoroark hidden here. What are the odds that it is? Let me fire this move instead. Oh no, it's not the Zoroark. Or, oh no, it is the... That's the mind game of it, right?
Yes. Dude, let's go over the stats.
So we got this boy at 55 HP, very squishy with 60 for both defenses. This dude is fragile, but 100 base attack, a little bit lower than the other boy, but barely, basically the same. 125 spec attack, let's go, and 110 for speed, very fast. Rounding out at a 510 base stat total. So pretty legit. This dude is a very nice sweeper.
Yeah, 100%. He fits that role like aesthetically with the ability and the moves. Yeah, 100%. The Baneful Fox Assassin.
So take us through Zero. Take us through the singles set.
Yeah, we are going to save you guys the trouble and let you know to don't ever build this any other way besides max speed and, well, basically don't ever build for bulk because this Pokemon will get 2-hit KO'd or 1-hit KO'd by most moves and most Pokemon in the game.
And like most of our guides, this is geared towards, again, trying to help out those beginner to intermediate trainers on their way to becoming masters. So results will vary the higher up you go with experience.
And that's why we're running the Focus Sash. We want to be able to keep that intact so we can set up or, live more than one turn because without a Focus Sash, you might not. So this Pokemon really appreciates like a Rapid Spinner or a Defogger on your team to help it keep that Focus Sash intact. Terra types, now, as far as Terra types, I think Dark and Fairy are good just because they resist Dark, which is the Pokemon's only weakness. However, I think, Justin, you and I agree that this is a Pokemon where you could consider never using your Terra on it because the typing is so good.
Yeah, totally. Like, you don't need to, which is actually one of the benefits of this poke on your squad, is that it's an offensive threat without requiring a Terra even in prep.
It really is just kind of season to taste depending on what you want to do.
Or if you have Terra Blast, this poke with a nasty plot shooting off Terra Dark, Terra Fairy, Terra Steel, Terra, etc., etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? Like, this could be a great, because he can set up inside of the illusion with a Focus Sash, you could potentially set up one nasty plot and still be at full health.
Exactly.
So having the option to have the Terra Blast with any type in the game, season a taste of what you think your team might need for a coverage, very powerful option here on this poke.
Yeah. So speaking of those nasty plots, let's talk about the moveset. Obviously, nasty plot, I think this is one in singles that you're always going to take.
Nasty. Let's go.
I mean, unless maybe you're running like a Life Orb set and you want to go for coverage over setup.
Then that could be potentially maybe that Terra Blast, right?
Yeah. And then moving on to the stab moves, we got Bitter Malice or Shadow Ball. Now, Bitter Malice, signature move for Zoroark.
Brand new, baby. What have we got here, Zero?
100% accuracy, 75 base power, and it always lowers the opponent's attack by 1 stage.
Wow. Very, very powerful.
Exactly. If you don't really care for that and you just want maximum damage, there's always Shadow Ball because you've got that chance to lower the special defense the following turn.
Yeah, bro. Definitely.
So, basically take your pick. They're both great options. Then we've got Hyper Voice, just another stab. Normal option that goes through Substitute, so that's really, really important, is going through Substitute.
Substitutes are going to be very important this meta because of the Urshifus coming back, and Urshifus both have Unseen Fist, which can go through Protect. So it's great really coverage. Because it hits so much of the metagame for neutral. We also have things like Flamethrower, Focus Blast. He has so much coverage options. But the best thing, because we're leads, Fake Out.
100%.
Being able to eat a Fake Out for free because you're obviously part ghost.
Yep.
It's so amazing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a really fun tech piece. I do think that, personally, if you can afford Will-O-Wisp, it's great.
For me, I'm not a big Focus Blast fan because, I call it Focus Miss.
Yes, 100%.
It's just my personal preference as a trainer. It's not reliable enough for what I like usually. So I'd be more inclined to run the Willow personally. That's 100%. More my speed for sure.
100%. I am of the belief that the Ghost Normal Fighting combo of coverage is the best option coverage-wise, but if you don't want to rely on the bad accuracy of Focus Blast, go with Will-O-Wisp and become more of a team support with some really fun offensive options.
Speaking of team support, while still having some offensive options, Zero, I couldn't have segued better myself to the VGC slide. Here we go, brother. So not too much different here with the timid, 252 speed, special attack, Focus Sash, again, I agree completely. We don't really need anything like Clear Amulet or Mirror Herb.
Right.
Not really going to benefit us, and people don't really run competitive too much until Galarian Zapdos appears. PMC Hot Tech.
Oh boy.
We have Terra Dark, Terra Fairy, like we said. I'm also kind of a fan of Terra Steel as well, depending on who you're hiding behind.
Most often, I put it behind things that are weak to Ghost or fighting. But yeah, so my thought here with Zoroark and VGC is I don't think Zoroark will ever be, in my opinion, that Pokemon that breaks through the mold for you as far as offense goes. I think this Pokemon is definitely better off as a disruptor.
Definitely. He's very good at being that offensive support and being a nuisance. Kind of that trickster, hiding behind people. We have some great moves to throw out here, too. We also have Taunt at a base 110 speed. We talked about Will-O-Wisp. Zero, we also have Icy Wind.
Yeah, Icy Wind, powerful. Spread ice move that lowers your opponent's speed by one stage if it connects. So I think Icy Wind and Will-O-Wisp are better options. I like Taunt for Cresselia. Don't leave home without Bitter Malice because I'm trying to lower the damage output of my opponent's team with my speed.
Yeah, because taunting Cresselia, she doesn't just set up Trick Room. Taunt stops her from doing 98% of the shenanigans she brings to the table. So Taunt is a very powerful tool right now. Cannot be understated how powerful that is in VGC. You kind of don't want to leave home without it on your team somewhere, like most of the time. It's kind of how it feels right now. It's very strong. I like the Protect here, especially with the Focus Sash, but that could potentially be swapped out if you wanted to run like Will-O-Wisp and Icy Wind and Bitter Malice and Taunt, all four of those.
Yeah.
So just sort of seasoned to taste here. This boy has a lot of options. He's got 5 move slot syndrome, as we call it on the channel.
Yeah.
You wish that he had 5 move slots because he's just got so many good choices. We're going to shout out some of the honorable mentions. Some of these moves that maybe didn't make it into the sets or the slides, but he does get access to, and maybe you want to tech that on somewhere.
Absolutely. He, like you said, he's got so many options. He can really disrupt the game.
I love the idea of, so he's got either Fake Tears or Leer, depending on what your team might need for a VGC scenario. So Leer is a spread move that will lower your defense by 1 stage. So if your ally is a physical attacker, or maybe the Pokemon that is coming in behind you is a physical attacker, Leer could be great. And then the Fake Tears is a single target move, but it lowers their special defense by 2 stages. I think Fake Tears could be great on a singles or double set because you lower their spec D and then you're stronger. It's like having the Nasty Plot.
Well said, dude. Well said. So for me, some things that I like knockoff, I think that goes without saying that's a really strong move.
110 speed knockoff is so great.
Snarl, 110 speed Snarl. It's not stab like regular Zoroark, but you are a little bit faster and it hits both opponents. So that's another really strong option. And then one of the final options, I got to shout out Grass Knot. It's really strong in singles against Dondozo. And I think with the rise of Urshifu Rapid Strike in the meta and just Rain in general, it'll be really nice against Storm Drain Pokemon like Gastrodon, who can otherwise kind of sit in the face of things like Urshifu.
Very nice, very nice. I just have a couple more. We'll rapid fire. He does get agility, which I think is pretty legit. Scary Face lowers the speed by 2. He does also get access to things like Hex, which we already talked about. The Will-O-Wisp, he can burn them and then hex them, and that's stab. Pretty great combo we already talked about. He does get access to Nightshade Zero, which will deal either 50 or 100 damage depending on the Pokemon's level. He does get access to Sunny Day, Rain Dance, as well as Brick Break to get through those screens. U-Turn for the pivot. We love those pivot Pokemon. We just talked about a huge pivoting Pokemon in Cinderace last Tuesday. He also gets Foul Play, so we could go on and on and on. Dark Pulse is insane. We got Sludge Bomb to deal with fairy types. We also have Memento.
Yeah, Memento is a really fun option. So, say you have maybe done some damage, you're going to get KO'd. You can Memento the opposing Pokemon. So you knock yourself out. You lower both of your opponent's attack and special attack, and then you get a free pivot. into your Pokemon in the bag. So that's an option that I've kind of teched on, like Coffee Grigus back in the day. It's a move that I really enjoy.
PMC Zero hot pick right there. He loves Memento, so definitely wanted to give that a big special shout out here at the end of the video. If you did make it to the end of the video, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for giving us all the love and support throughout the month of June. We are getting ready for Regulation D. It is next week, right around the corner. We appreciate all the support. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit that bell button to stay notified every time we put up another How to Use guide and battle videos, because oh boy, we have so much content on the horizon, as well as streaming and our podcast that comes out every other week. Until next time, I've been Gym Leader Justin.
And I'm Zero.
Council's adjourned.